Tuesday. Hello and welcome back. Those of you who joined us yesterday, those of you who didn't join us yesterday, what on earth were you doing? It is me, 8ball, and over in the other corner, the good looking one, it is Domino. Domino, what have you been doing in the last 20 hours?
I'm not going to lie to you, 8ball. I feel a bit underdressed. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel a bit underdressed now.
Yeah.
But going back to your other question, mate, waiting for tonight. That's all I've been doing for 20 hours. I sat here, constant, head moved.
No, I've been the same. And I don't blame you. Monday, Tuesday, every week for the next 7 weeks, courtesy of VPG and all the good stuff they do over there. And what a blockbuster night we have for you tonight. First and foremost, let's put the team sheet up for the very first game. Move my face out of the way so we can see those strikers, because you are going to need to remember those names, Domino, and we already know that man, Pink Ballerina, up front for Mystery tonight, taking on QPR Esports in our first game. That is the UK Premier. Moving on to the Esports Cup. Now, Domino asked me what on earth was the Esports Cup 2 minutes ago. That is a cup where they just chuck everyone in and see what happens. It is absolutely knockout, and I think this is like the round of 256 or something stupid like that. So it's the very, very, very first round. True Football versus KM Chimera Nova, who win the award for the coolest name on VPG.
Like that, mate.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
And then tonight, dual main events. It is the Esports Premier, of course. We're not having VPG night without the Esports Premier. It is Galatasaray taking on CAPRICAROLESQUE. And then moving on to definitely not my favorites, but my favorites, Digital Esports. I didn't choose them, Domino. I swear.
I'm sure you did, mate. I'm sure you did.
They are taking on the Englishman class. Already it's gonna be a good night. I can just feel it in my bones, Domino.
Oh, mate. And to be fair, when you was explaining, there was not much explaining, but I was like, what is the Esports Cup? Mate, it's like the true FA Cup, olden day FA Cup. You just stick everyone in, see who comes out. You get some Cinderella stories out there. Mate, excited for that. And then, yeah, Mystery vs QPR, mate, absolute blockbuster in the UK Prem. And then we're back with the Esports Prem 8ball with 4 fantastic teams on show. Yeah. I mean, if you were here last night, we saw 4 fantastic teams, but got no fantastic goals. So if anyone from any of the 4 games, the 8 teams tonight are listening or watching this, please, we are begging you for some goals for tonight. It just looks better in the highlight reel, okay? We were showing bookings in the highlight reel today. Come on, no one wants to see that. We need goals, and we need them sharpish. And to be fair, like I said, I'll move myself out the way again. We've got Deco and Pink Ballerina up front for this Mystery side. Zedinho playing in Cam, once of Memzino Ball fame. They've got a good front three, do Mystery. A very good start to their campaign last night, beating Phoenix 2-1. So we know all about Phoenix. Exactly. So what a way to make a statement for those guys. And then we've got QPR, who we know because we've met them in person, Domino. They were at the Sheffield LAN event. They'll be looking to do the same again this year, I would imagine. Both Elite A teams, so kind of on equal level, I would say, Domino. No favourites here, I would probably say. They did get beat last night, though, Domino. They did get off to a rocky start. 1-0 loss against Creative. To be fair, mate, again, it's the opening night, and you can't judge anything for the first game going in. Anything, it lights a fire on your 8ball. And you know as well as I do, mate, when you end the night on a loss, it doesn't matter if you had played phenomenally, you end the night on a loss, you've got that fire inside you that you need to get in and play the next game. So it's very fortunate they don't have the weekend to stew over it. They're back in the next night, all lobbied up, all ready to go. So yeah, I expect a resilient performance from QPR. And again, mate, Mystery coming off an unbelievable win. They're full of confidence. So 2 ends of the spectrum, but same result.
Yeah, and I mean, QPR, no slacks. They would finish 4th last season in that UK Premier. So they're a team who will be expecting big things and looking to maybe top that performance from last year, Domino. So, like you said, they'll be looking to put some wrongs right. But to be honest, they've picked a very, very difficult team to try and do it against. Mystery are playing at home. To be honest, I know it's the UK Prem. Mystery, I'm not sure. There's quite a few Englishmen in there, but I'm not sure if they'll if there's any kind of ping issues or anything for like the VPG Europe, like you would get there. So that would be an interesting one, because Mystery are the home team there, and that's not really something you need to tend to worry about when you're playing in those, I'm going to say local leagues, the national leagues, you know what I mean. So again, it's a point there. We touched upon it last night. We'll touch upon it pretty much every single night. Home and away ties in the VPG, in clubs in general, should not be sniffed at. And yeah, a couple of players I wanted to bring to your attention, Domino. The first and foremost, a good place to start, is the goalkeeper, number 1. Charlie, NUFC for QPR. A very, very, very good goalkeeper. He's also the manager as well. Do you see any issue with being kind of that skipper but also the goalkeeper as well, or is it just not like real life?
No, I think it does take it away from real life. I think there's an expectation there, though. I mean, you get to... a lot of the times we're playing, instructions do come from the keeper because they can see the whole pitch. Yep. They can see where people are pressing. They can look... and they're more critical because obviously they play in one position. So they're more... take notes of people either giving the ball away or where they're pressing and stuff. So I actually do like a good voice, and the great teams play. A lot of the vocal comes from the keeper. So keeper being manager in this one, mate, I'd say, yeah, rock on. Love that. Yeah.
It also depends on what camera they're using as well, doesn't it? And the old age question of whether they should play pro camera or whether they should play broadcast camera. We won't go into that in detail, but the other player I wanted to bring up for QPR, Domino, is that man who sits at the base of the midfield, Matty in CDM. I think he's playing CDM tonight. I've just got rid of the team sheet. I mean, I am in control of it, so I can see he is playing CDM tonight. Another one to watch out for, a very, very solid player, and playing in a league like the UK Premier, when, you know, out of the 15, 16 teams that are in there, I'm going to say 10 are just killers. You need players in those kind of very, very demanding, responsible positions like CDM. You need top quality players, and genuinely, I'm going to highlight him now. He sits up there for me.
Yeah, he's a player. And look, you can see last night when we went on to the Esports Prem games, how much defensive resilience and how hard it is to break down the best people. So it's good to have those players in your locker, those CDMs that screen behind it. But we're just about to kick off 8-ball, kick off the UK Prem with Mystery versus QPR, mate. I'm excited.
Mystery in the white from left to right, and it is QPR. Have I got them the right way around? To be honest, I am terrible at doing that.
Yeah, QPR in the black.
Okay, happy days. QPR in the black, right to left, chipped over the top, looking for the striker. He does manage to get down to skipper, loses man, parries it across. Good save by McKinnon. Early danger for Mystery. Floated in, and yeah, I think the goalkeeper had it covered, but the animation did him a bit dirty there. But QPR not letting Mystery settle at all. A good bit of possession and good bit of pressure early doors, 4 minutes in, and almost taking the lead a couple of times there, Domino.
Yeah, 8-ball, it was good for them, but look, now we've got Mystery on the ball. They're looking tidy from back to front, and you know they can hurt you, mate. We've seen Pink Ballerina, we've seen Pink Ballerina highlights. That man is dangerous. He can play at the top level. Absolute cat in the box, mate. But yeah, it looks like Mystery now have just got a bit of possession, settling down on the ball.
Settle down. Here we are, though. Left-hand side.
Shape.
Parried out by Charlie. Save each for each of the goalkeepers. Fast start, like we saw last night. UK Premier bringing us all the drama, all the quick starts. Pink Ballerina tries to lose his man there. Mystery free kick, it is dragged back. But yeah, shot straight down the throat of Charlie, and you would expect him to save that, but You know, you've got to be in it to win it still.
That was a mystery free kick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, mystery by name. Here is Zed, swings it in. The skipper comes to grab it, goes long. He is good with his feet as well. Flicked on, a bit of Route 1. That's UK Premier. So what we want to see. Arik takes the shot. McKinnon with a big save again and follows it up, dives on the ball. He'll be happy to clutch that into his chest. Domino's end-to-end stuff at the moment.
8-ball. We love the first game on the series being a fast start. If you jumped on and saw us yesterday, we were probably already 3 goals up by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is not like a try and 8-ball. These boys are getting after it. And to be fair, mate, it's good football. It's not kick and rush. It is clever play. And he's left the man open there, and it will be.
It's working for them, Domino. It's working for them. That long ball. Strikers are getting a lot of change off this back line of Mystery. And I think Mystery are a bit shell-shocked. QPR haven't come to mess around, Domino. And yeah, to be fair, they could easily be 1 or 2 up at the moment. McKinnon's been in top form. Slide rule pass over to this right-hand side. Can he keep it on? Skipper does. Cuts back nicely. Swings it in. McKinnon comes, punches it. Edge of the box. Knocked down. Is he going to be onside? Yes, he is. Josh swings it in. Blocked at the first attempt. And he gets it rid. Anywhere will do at the sake of a corner. And we're locked onto someone not in the box. That's not what we want to see. The biggest stage. Don't do it. The biggest stage. Come on. 20 minutes in. Goalless. Corner to QPR. Edge of the box. Headed out. Lots of white shirts, 3 versus 4. QPR leaving a lot of men back for that one. I'm not sure if that was in response.
8-ball. There was a couple of times there. The man had the ball inside. 2 absolutely fantastic runs. It was conservative not to play it because you just won the ball back, but 2 unbelievably good runs from the striker there.
Speaking of unbelievable runs, here's me Conkers, but it's gobbled up by Mystery, which is... I mean, as much change as I've got in the air... Oh, here we go. Curse of the commentator. As much change as they've got in the air, not too much given away on foot. Here is Pink Ballerina, just trying to retain a bit of possession for his team. He does well. A bit like we saw Luca last night, Dono, dropping 50, 60, 70 yards away from goal just to get a touch of the ball. We know these strikers don't like to go long periods without touching the ball.
Yeah, and that's if you're the defensive team, that's what you want. You want... To be fair, 8-ball, I don't mind stuff like that. Something out of the ordinary.
Yeah, why not?
Shooting from distance, it'll keep people on their toes. The next time they're in that position, the keeper is not going to go wandering. Yeah. So I do like that. Test the waters.
Deco to the byline.
Feet inside.
Giving away a corner. It's a corner apiece. Speaking of unusual, I did see Charlie there do a Trivela off the deck from goalkeeper. That is unusual. Zil gives it to Twinkle Toes for the corner. 30 minutes in, 0-0. Crying out for a goal, not through want of trying though. Takes his time with the set piece. Near post, access denied. Flicked on by Skipper. Flicked on one more time, and this is what we're used to seeing now with this QPR team. This first 30 minutes, they're a very industrial team. They know what they're doing. They've been well drilled. Are they going to get anything from it? Skipper tries to go down the line. Good battle between him and Preston over on that far side.
Yeah.
Zil keeps possession. Gets away with one here. The through ball is on if he wants to play it. He does. Now it's 2v1. What can Pink Ballerina do? Cuts onto that left foot. Well back by Matty, who we highlighted before this game. Good work from him. Deco goes down in the box. We've seen them given. It wasn't a foul, but we've seen them given. He managed to stab it goal bounds, but Charlie makes a save. And Domino holds on to it as well.
8-ball. It was great build-up play, and it was really good for him to calm it down. But let's talk about that centre half. Covering the man inside, dragging, I think, Pink Ballerina to go wide with the ball. It was expert defending. He didn't commit to one or the other. He dealt with the 2 until his partner can come back and press that. But it worked well. They got the shot off and keeper held it. All around, high-quality stuff there, 8-ball. Yeah,
and it's Matty D doing that defensive work again. But I think, you know, people are aware of some of these ballers in clubs, and I think QPR will be well versed on Pink Ballerina. And the fact, like you said, Domino, the fact that they were able to drag him wide onto that weaker foot, I think that you know, Charlie will go in at half-time and say, yes, we've kept a lid on him so far. 8-ball, be careful. We kept a lid on him so far, and I think he'd be really happy with that. And I think, you know, before the game kicked off, if you said, can we restrict him to a half chance in 45 minutes, they would have bitten your hand off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very much a back and forth game.
It is.
There are some chances coming from it, but it's a 50-50 8-ball out there in the middle. There is a lot of actual 50-50s going on, and no team are getting really the rub of the green here. And mate, that's half time. That's fluke pass.
Yeah, sign of a good game when it's flying by. 0-0. Again, like we said, not through want of trying, Domino. I mean, it's hard. Do you know what? I don't think there's a favourite. I don't think there's many times when we're watching competitive pro clubs that you can honestly, hand on heart, say that. But I think with Mystery coming into this UK Prem as a new team, they did have to go through qualifiers to kind of prove that they are up there. They waltzed through the qualifiers. They won their first game against Phoenix. They are here on merit. But then you've got QPR, who finished 4th last season as well. So I genuinely don't think there is a favourite here. But do we have a case of what happened last night, Domino? Are these two teams just cancelling each other out again?
Yeah, they're matched really well. Not only defensively, but in that midfield battle. Like I said, there's 50-50s going on throughout the pitch. They're really good at pressing each other. There's no style here that's more dominant than the other. It's very much, we're going to see a goal here, 8-ball, by, like I said, in the last games, and it didn't happen, by a moment of brilliance or a mistake from one of the teams. Yeah.
Go on then, give us your prediction. 45 minutes left.
I've got a feeling QPR have got a goal in them, and I don't know why, 8-ball. And if I'm honest, for Mystery, I am pretty much always wrong. So there you go.
Mystery are in good stead right now. Housekeeping. It is Mystery from right to left, skipping past a couple of QPR players, but Matty is there again. The foul is there if they want it. They are going to get it. It is roughly whereabouts that second tackle took place. Mystery from right to left, QPR from left to right in that black away kit. Not playing in the hoops that they're usually associated with, but here is the Mystery free kick. Goes short. Fooled a lot of people there. Swung it in, Domino. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it needed a bit more swaz on it. They stood up a little bit, and that is bread and butter for this man.
Yeah, we say this time and time again. When a game is very, very even in deadlock, set pieces sometimes are the thing that can unlock the door for you. So it goes to show to work on your set piece routine here. That ball has been locked.
What a flick on, here we go.
Now, man's coming across. He's got the option to shoot.
Oh, McKinnon again. Big save. Parried away out of danger as well. And Domino, this, I don't want to say route one because it's, you know, it's borderline offensive, but this direct route, the furthest, safest pass, is working so well for QPR, and I would just think, just keep peppering them with it. You know, you can see those willing runners there, off the ball. The quality of the ball up until that point has been good. Just keep doing it if you're QPR.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of change out of 8-ball. I think
absolutely.
It's a really good tactic. I mean, they need to mix it up here.
There it is.
Yeah, you can do it all day.
Get that in the highlights. That's currently the highlight. Oh, twinkle toes. Yeah, there's been some good chances, to be fair, where you can clip some of those chances, because unlike the games yesterday, there's been about 4 or 5. I don't know what Zedinho was doing there. There's been about 4 or 5 good quality saves. Routine saves, but good quality saves nonetheless. And, you know, with FC 24 and 25 being so rebound heavy, I think any save the goalkeeper makes and someone doesn't score a rebound, I think is considered up there with some of the best saves. So,
yep.
The goalkeepers, a bit like yesterday again, are doing their part to ruin our night, Domino.
Yeah, we need some goals. I mean, this is now our 2.5 game, and I'm starving out here, 8-ball.
Yeah, get this man some grub. Over the top, he is offside. That's a delightful little ball as well. Mystery playing QPR at their own game there, but 25 minutes left. Ball over the top again. Finds its intended target.
Some change out with it, 8-ball.
Yeah.
He got the flick on. It was just no one running in behind to gamble on it.
And
QPR,
both
teams now adopting the strategy.
Yeah, Mystery have seen how well it's working, so said we'll have a bit of that. Alpi comes across really well there, actually. And it was Arik who missed that chance earlier on in this half. McKinnon has been on Sublime form in the sticks for Mystery. Can he keep it up? Get that clean sheet. Wow. Booking a piece.
I mean, there was no need to press no foul in there, if I'm honest with you, 8-ball, unless someone's lagged out of the game. Or...
It's a. Do you know what? It's a long game. It could be a long 90 minutes. You don't want to be picking up those kind of bookings needlessly. I think you hit the nail on the head there. It was just not really a necessity there. Now he's got to be careful for the last 20 minutes.
It does look like one of the centre mids or one of the... Oh, I'm just going to stop it here, April.
Yeah, they've got it edge of the box. Here is Zedinho. Oh, he's lost his man, but Josh and co do well. Again, Josh is on the booking as well, but made the block.
I don't know if you've seen April.
There he is, I see him.
But yeah, there's a man that's lagged out or not there
Mystery.
for Mystery.
Looks like I was going to say, it looks like the CDM, but it could be anyone because the AI has absolutely no positioning sense whatsoever. He's just jogging back at the moment, 0-0 in a league game. Oh, he made a tackle as well, though. Zedinho, willing runners down that right-hand side, loses his man, keeps the ball. Bit of change of perspective with the cameraman. QPR win it back, though, and here we go. 4v4, left-hand side. HS Skipper at the back post. We know that because he's controlling the camera. Here we go. Knockdown is on. Picks the wrong one, but it's still keep the ball. Oh, Josh's shot is blocked, and it's going to be a corner. 15 minutes left. Mystery, I would say, technically a man down with that AI. Skipper, we do want to see this one if you wouldn't mind, please. It's not working for them. That's the second time in a row. 3v4.
A lot of players back in. A lot of players back in.
Oh, Skipper. Another professional foul. The problem with being cameraman there, Domino, is that we could watch him playing everyone on side. So he got away with murder a little bit there. But they do concede the free kick. 13 minutes left. Over the top right-hand side. Will make it. Swings it in. Does get it in. Deco takes it down. What a turn that is. Good battle there. And he's praying. He's praying he gets taken down. Zedinho has been a fantastic player for this Mystery team the last 80 minutes. He is really, really making them tick in that cam position. Ball goes in early doors for Mystery. There's the header. Hullet just heads it wide. One of the best chances we've seen so far to break this deadlock. Domino getting nervous. 10 minutes left and we still need a goal.
Do we have the ability on the stream to put a time without a goal?
A request in.
Yeah. Like a counter that's in the top left corner with virtual time without a goal. That would be too depressing. That would be too depressing. Deco showed us he does have some feet. Gets it 1-2 to the byline, but Magnus is there, goes down the line. And again, what QPR did really well in the first half, and maybe the first half of the second half, they've kind of stopped doing. Mystery have stopped them from doing it, but here is HS Skipper. Breaks into the box just a bit too much. He did have players in the box, teammates crying out for the ball. Matty sweeps up for QPR, keeping this pressure on. Yeah, gives it back to the cameraman, HS Skipper. He can't find the pass. Hullet is there, and here's the AI making things tick. Pink Ballerina lays it off. Now or never. Preston over the top. It's Pink Ballerina in the box. Yeah, beautiful first touch. Shifts it onto left foot. There it is. The deadline has been broken. It's taken 88 minutes, but we are there. It is that man, Pink Ballerina. You would not get good odds on that man scoring first. You bet a quid, you'll get £1.20 back. They're the current lines. They are the lines. They were open for that. 8-ball, like I said beforehand, we know Pink Ballerina, we know his style. He is a direct player. He will run at you and he will scare you. I think the defender had to track him, had to be passive. Yeah. No knock on the goalkeeper, but I don't know what happened. He was out of position and then he decided to go around the post. But look, we've got Pink Ballerina.
There we go. Thank you very much. Whew. Domino, talk to me about the last 2 minutes of that game. Go on.
QPR looked like they had the better last 10 minutes.
I agree.
They were pressing the ball well. They were pinning Mystery in their box. But with players like Pink Ballerina, you know there's always a chance. You know, if it falls to someone like that, he is a match winner. He can get a goal out of nothing. And in honest 8-ball, it was absolutely out of nothing. The ball came to his feet. He had everything to do in front of him. People were covering. options were getting closed down. All he had is what he knows how to do, is run at people and cause confusion. He done that. I don't know what happened with the keeper, because like I said, he picked up a good position and then wandered away from his near post and went behind the goal, basically. But look, the great players like Pink Ballerina, he's looking at the keeper's positioning. For him to shoot there, he needs to see the keeper that's out of position. And, mate, it's a great goal. He done what he needed to do to score. Is it a deserved 1-0 win? I'm unsure, 8 Ball. It could have gone either way. A draw would have been the more fair result, but I'm happy we got a goal, and all credit to Mystery sticking in there.
Nothing is fair in competitive clubs, I'll tell you that.
And in life.
If there's Domino's been spurned by both of those things. If there's, do you know what? If there's one thing you take away from tonight is you don't always get what you deserve in clubs, and it's the same in football as well. You know, it is what it is. I mean, I think QPR can take a lot of positives from that. You know, like we said, they kept one of the hottest strikers in that league. There's no two ways about it, Domino. They kept him quiet for 88 minutes. Is that a consolidation? I'm not too sure, but you know what? The performance was there. McKinnon, I would probably argue, man of the match in goal for Mystery. You know, 3 or 4 really good quality saves. Kept a clean sheet against a busy QPR side. Hey, you know what? If they got beat 1-0 and created no chances and Pink Ballerina was completely running the show, then yeah, we would probably be sat here going, right, back to the drawing board. But you know, it's not going to help right now because it's still raw. But I think, you know, when Charlie and the boys watch that back, I think they'll realise, you know, Mystery will be up there at the end of the season, and there's some real positives to take, despite the loss.
Yeah, 8 Ball. If you were Charlie in that dressing room now, I mean, we've been there, 8 Ball. We've been there countless times on back-to-back defeats, and the season's not got up and running how we wanted to. Oh yeah. If we had the counter in the top left corner about goal time without goals, it'd still be running.
Oh god, yeah.
But if you were Charlie now, look, we didn't see the first game, 8 Ball. So with this game here, we've seen how they played, and they obviously deserved to be on the pitch. It was a very much 50-50. You've come out second best with a 80+ minute goal. What are you going to tell your boys?
You just, like you said, you know, they did lose that game against Creative yesterday. The best way to get over a loss is to just get yourself back out there and pick yourself back up. We always say, you know, the worst thing is when you lose on that Thursday and you've got to wait until the Monday. They've only got a day to wait until that Thursday to put things right. They've got the rest of the night to put things right. I think if they start getting on at each other, or they start getting crabby or start nitpicking, that's when your night starts to go downhill. And to be honest, QPR, the boys and Charlie, they've been around the block. They know what's what. I can't see that happening. I fully expect them to pick themselves back up. But kudos to Mystery. Bit of a smash and grab. It was 50-50 for large parts, but I think QPR were probably edging it. They'll probably tell you the same thing. But they're the boys who got the 3 points. They're the boys who march on. It's 2 from 2 for Mystery. And speaking of 2, it is time for the second game of the evening. It is the Esports Cup, the round of
let's go
256 or something. My maths is not what it used to be. Is True Football, the Germans against the Italians, KM Chimera Nova. Like I said on the intro, the coolest name in VPG currently. Only now PCW Legacy have stopped. It's the only reason. So Domino, I mean, 2 brand new teams for us. I'll take away the camera so we can see those strikers for True Football. 2 new teams for us. True Football in Elite League, so they are gonna be ballers. And Chimera, a Champ A, so the division below those guys. So I guess it's cup football, so there is, I would say on paper, a favourite. It's going to be the team playing in the higher division. They are the home team as well. This is Germany versus Italy, so there may well be some connection, favouritism there. So True Football, I think, go into this as favourites. I don't think anyone can query that logic.
You won't get pushed back from that.
They scored 5 goals in 2 games last night, Domino. So they are more than welcome on the channel, including a 3-3 draw last night. So they are more than welcome on here. Okay, so sign us up for some of that. And then on the other hand, you've got Chimera, who scored 6 in 2 last night. So can you see our logic when picking these games, Domino?
8-ball, I mean, that goal actually was a little shot of adrenaline because I need more like that. I've been craving it.
It was a dopamine, baby.
Oh, mate, exactly. Give me that dopamine. Do you know what? Do you know what my favourite thing about True Football is, 8-ball?
Go
on. All of them, bar 2, have got the name True in their names.
And
mate,
they're hiding. Yeah, they're hiding behind my camera. There you go. If I pop that, you can't see them.
8-ball.
It's commitment.
That is... No, that is German efficiency, 8-ball. I tell you that now for a fact.
It's camaraderie. I do like to see it. It's camaraderie.
I love it, mate.
Commitment to the cause.
Exactly. If I ran a team, that would be my minimum requirements. More than play actual good football.
You don't have to be any good. Just willingness to follow Domino's cult.
Anywhere.
I do have a little bit of I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's kind of nostalgia because it's a team that's very close to our heart, Domino. It's Vulcan Academy, now called Vulcan Castilla. They played Chimera Nova last night. Chimera Nova beating them 3-1. So that's kind of where we, as a channel, Pro Close Weekly, that's where we're kind of gauging this Chimera side. So they're going to be a good side. It's going to be a good game. And like I said earlier on, it's 2 teams who last night were hungry for goals. And I genuinely hope they come in with the same type of hunger.
Oh, mate. The goals speak for themselves. And I can imagine we're going to have an open game here. You're going to have True Football, rightly so, thinking they're the dominant team and try and pose their style better. And you'll have Chimera, obviously with a big point to prove, division below, the little brothers being like, do you know what, I reckon we get something for this game. So both teams have got some real ambition in this game. Man, I'm excited for it to get underway.
Yeah, and I can confirm, I was going to say, I can confirm we are getting underway.
Let's
go. I mean...
There's naughty kits by Chimera as well. They might have the best kits and name.
Oh, that is. I thought you were referring to the Man United kit there. Jeez.
Oh.
we're about to have words. Do you know, you did touch upon it there slightly about Chimera coming in as quote unquote underdogs. Mm-hmm. There's 2 ways they can look at that. They can either look at it and say, oh, you know, we're not underdogs, or they can say, right, well, you know, if people are writing us off, people are calling us underdogs, let's use that to our advantage. That's never good, is it? Let's use that to our advantage, and you know, let's turn on the style. He's just completely gone off. Is that what underdogs need to do, Domino?
Oh, wait there, 8-ball. He's just... Are they backing out, I would imagine?
I would imagine so, yeah. I mean, you can watch the screen if you want, but... yeah, completely and utterly missed that one.
Oh, EA, never disappoint us. Never disappoint us. Never change.
And
please.
it's the so if you don't know, the Esports Cup, you have 5 minutes. If you're not there, bam, you're out.
And that's what I love, mate. The more I hear about this cup, the more I like it. Can I create a team just to compete in the cup? We'll get knocked out in the first round, but I really want to
quick fire cup. Whilst we've got a bit of time, actually, one thing I did want to say whilst I was on stream is I don't have the YouTube chat. So normally I've got the YouTube chat up, but I've changed my setup around a little bit, so I'm still trying to dock it somewhere where I can see it. So currently I don't have it up. So if you are saying hi or how much you despise me or how good looking Domino is, I can't read it whilst I'm on stream, but I do go back afterwards and read it. So for those of you who left nice messages yesterday, there were a few of you telling us how dapper we looked in our suits. Thank you very much. It does not go amiss. We do go back and read it. Thank you very much. So if you want to leave us any nice messages, please do so. If you want to leave us
nice messages,
I was gonna say, if you want to leave us any abusive messages, my Discord is Domino, and you just pop everything there.
Yeah. I do get the hate. But I just brought it onto Closer anyway, so it's
fine. Right. So I think we're getting back in. I mean, we're technically 3 minutes late through obviously nobody's fault. The third game after this, we're on to Esports Premier after this one. Galatasaray against CAPRICAROLESQUE. So two massive teams there.
And Capri do have, I would say now, the second best name, because I do love Capri's name.
And you know what? Their team logo is like a bunch of grapes, and I've just got so much time for it. I don't even know why. Just got a lot of time. What I will do is just drop those a quick line, just to let them know we are running slightly behind, so we don't miss any of that. Let's tag. Dooba-dooba-dooba-doo.
Yeah, you do that, 8-Ball. And I'm excited for these True Boys to play. Have we had them or watched them on the channel, 8-Ball?
No, True Football. To be honest, I feel like we've seen Chimera Nova somewhere before.
I feel like we've seen True Football somewhere before as well.
Oh, maybe we have. I mean, you've got to give us some slack now. We've almost been doing this for, nearly 2 years now. Can you imagine the amount of games we've watched on here?
and this is not even on stream, guys. This is just in our day-to-day lives, where I ask April what he's doing. Is there's a stream on tonight, and we're just sitting there talking and commentating on it.
I wish my life wasn't that sad, but it actually is. So apologies for that. You think we're making a joke, we're really not.
Nope, not at all, mate. I think I genuinely know the inner workings of VPG somewhat more than I know the Premier League, which is worrying.
I mean, you've said it a few times on stream, Domino, that we're looking at like the Premier League fixtures, and it'll be Southampton playing Leicester, and I'm like, oh yeah, great. But I'm like, Galatasaray, CAPRICAROLESQUE, let's go. Like I want to see that more, and it's true. I wish I wasn't that sad, but quite clearly I am.
No, we are, mate, and we're here for it. We love it, and it looks like all players are in 8-Ball. We're about to get kicked off. Do us the housekeeping, please.
Housekeeping, right? So we have. Let me just get my bearings first. True Football. The Manchester United kit. They are right to left. I like it when they use kits I can easily recognise, and as much as I don't like them, Manchester United kit is very recognisable. It's the kit that used to torment my childhood. Childhood trauma aside, we've got Chimera, the Italians, in the blue from left to right. Just remember, the Italians are in the blue. Easy to remember. Chimera with a bit of early possession, immediately pegged back this True Football side, quote-unquote favourites.
Yeah.
First time they get to put their foot on the ball, and they're looking tidy already. Slides it through to the cam, but Punto says no. Down the line to Tosco. Into Tony, goes long. I'm not sure that was an intended target. But True Football take it back under their spell, working it from the back. Both sides looking like they like to play a bit of good football. Castillo, wow, that is
very early.
The earliest. Yeah, congratulations. That is the earliest professional foul we've had on the channel.
I mean, 8 minutes when you're in your own half and you've got players back. I mean, there's got to be. If I was a manager, we're talking to someone there. I'm not lying to you. We are talking to someone there.
It's the Esports Cup, baby. Anything can happen. 256 teams. To be honest, it's 256 teams plus, because I know there are quite a lot of, when the tables don't match out, so you need to drop some teams. Some teams have had buys in this first round, so we're probably looking at close to like 400, 500 teams, I would say.
And 8-Ball, you would know this better than me.
Oh,
again,
what a ball.
That's a great ball.
Yeah, here it is.
After.
Into Benito, cuts into the near post. Castillo just gets his pocket picked. Yeah, 14 minutes in. Almost an opening for True Football. They're starting to turn the screw a bit now. Favourites from right to left in the Manchester United kit.
Yeah, it was a good fluid play there, 8-Ball. He will keep it on.
Yeah, done all right there. Worked quite well.
Just about got him on the attack.
No chance of an interception if you play it across that. Oh, here we go, Punto. He's just pressed the tackle button at the wrong time. It just opened up for him 2v1 as well. He'll be kicking himself for that.
Yeah, user error there, 8-Ball, but it happens. It does happen.
True, I wouldn't know. True Football really putting their mark on this first half now. I'd say they had the lion's share of possession. Looking tidy when they do go forward. Chimera, though, definitely not slacking. I think they're just happy to sit in and see what this True Football side have got. Perhaps how we anticipate it going, knowing not too much about either of these sides, Domino.
Yeah, there's a half press here by True Football when Chimera's got the ball. There's a lot of space in behind the midfield if they can drop down and get that. That's
what a ball that is, yeah.
Yeah.
Lighter's
got
got
it.
it.
Out of the game with that ball.
Gets to the byline, tries to cut it back. Marco does well, keeps it on and goes long. But True Football will recycle it. Clips there, fantastic turn from him, but it's given away cheaply. Here is Pi, gives it to Tony. Oh, he's just strayed. The sniper is just strayed offside. 26 minutes, goalless. Esports Cup first round. Eclipse into Ryazi. Gets it back from his camp.
Abel, do you think we're cursed?
Do you know what? And unless these guys, to be honest, from what I've seen so far from these two sides, they do strike me as some good attacking teams. So I'm hopeful. And we saw yesterday it only takes 8 virtual minutes to get 3 goals on the scoreboard. So I'll remain hopeful. It's cup football as well, so it's gung ho. You've got to go for it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Headed down by Punto. Gets it back down this left-hand side. The Ginger Ninja gets to the byline near post. Down with the shot.
Save.
Big save.
What
True
a tackle,
Black.
Abel.
True Black mops it up, but what a big save that was. Down at his feet. He didn't parry it to safety. It needed True Black to mop it up, but what a save, first and foremost.
Great save, mate, and the tackle was sublime.
Yeah.
He had a free running goal. That was a circle, and then he could green time it, red time it, blue time it, mate. It would have gone in.
Here's Castillo, who got a couple of goals last night, actually.
Is that another professional foul?
Another one, yeah. Pi gets booked this time. And do you know what? For as good as True Football have looked in his first 34 minutes, the biggest chance, or the biggest 1.5 chances, fallen to Chimera. What a ball that is. First time shot, big save by Antics. I mean, this is what I mean, Domino. We might well be cursed because both teams are trying to score.
Yeah, but both golden chances, each side their 8 ball. Yeah, it should be 1-1 right now, but just for the audience, we are cursed.
Yeah, it's all the good goalkeepers. Here is Sniper. Tries to go down the line, might still make something of it. They do manage to get it back to the keeper, who did make that quality save all of 5 minutes ago. Kept True Football in it, and then his opposite number did exactly the same. Right-hand side comes back inside. Ryuzi. Oh, look at the space. Some good running off the ball. Edge of the box. Castillo. Maybe just looking for a penalty. Held on to it for a bit too long. Chimera dicing with death a little bit there. No one's going to be up, but it's just fallen in that little pocket between the centre-backs and in front of the goalkeeper. But True Football do well. The press is on. They play through it perfectly, though. And look at that. That's some top-quality football from True Football. True to their name. Giraffa gets in there. He's leaving it to the goalkeeper. It's rolled out. I'm not too sure what went on there, but it will cost them a corner at a very, very crucial time. 2 minutes before half-time. Ball comes in. Castillo again, headed down. Is that going to be a goal kick? It is going to be a goal kick. Can Chimera muster up something just before half-time? They are going to play it short.
It does look like after that chance for Chimera, they've been dragged into True Football's game.
Yeah.
True Football are just winning the 50-50s over them, keeping more of the possession, and really cutting through them with some nice one-touch passing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a good time for it's a good time for the whistle to go for Chimera there. I did think True Football was getting on top.
No, I agree. I don't think that's harsh to say either. Another 0-0 at halftime, Domino. What have we got? I mean, I was going to say, what have we got to do? We've got to first look at the goalkeepers because you know we're saying that we need more goals, but some of the goalkeeping we've seen, not just tonight but yesterday as well, has been phenomenal.
Oh, mate. Not the keeping. I mean, the Chimera, the shot and the save, but that touch to take it away from the striker's feet. Like, why are people so good at defending? What is happening, Abel? Because
it's a dying art, mate. It's a dying art.
Not on this channel, Abel. Not on this channel, it's not.
Is well and truly alive, the art of defending, but also the art of goalkeeping as well. Can we just knock it on the head just for 45 minutes, guys? Can we throw caution to the wind, and can we all just chill out? Goalkeepers, defenders. Look at the scenes when Pink Ballerina scored. I mean, that's what we want here, boys. No more professional fouls, please. Tony down the line, headed on to Tesco Dan.
What a name that is as well.
Eclipse is having a fantastic game. Castino does manage to get it through. Here is Benito into the box, breaks in with pace, near post. Tony is there, sweeps up, goes long as well. They are gonna get change out of it. Are they gonna go direct? They're gonna be patient. Edge of the box, tries to get it back. Raizani is there, and here we go. End-to-end stuff. Bit of a basketball game. It's exactly what we asked for, Domino. Space opening up, gives it to his striker. He's got men coming forward now to join this attack. Is a heavy attack from True Football. Plenty of players on this left-hand side. Finds one in Paddy. Gets to the byline. Graffi is there, and he concedes the corner. Electric start to the second half.
Yeah, Chimera just defend really good in their bags of threes there, and
Good header.
I thought he had the run on his man there.
Tony, good knockdown. Here we go. Punto's kicking off this counter-attack. The last chance Chimera had was from that counter-attack as well. Tony flip-flaps his way into danger. True Black just gets caught on it twice.
Here are the bundles,
Here we go,
the famous bundles.
Yeah, it's got very sloppy in there. Two good tackles from True Black. As we see the boys getting out in those Manchester United kits. True Football in those Manchester United kits. Chimera, the Italians in the blue kit, fitting from right to left. Over the top. 50-50. That could be danger, Domino. That could be danger.
And he didn't mean to do it, Paul.
No, I know he didn't.
He didn't mean to do it.
I know he didn't. And it's a red card. That's what happens. You put those professional fouls in the first 10 minutes, they're gonna come back to bite you, and just like that, has the tide turned for Chimera. I mean, nobody's told Sniper right now because he is bursting into the final third. Swings it in, back post. There is room. Takes it down. I mean, that's Trophy coming back there. Big tackle from him. Gets the shot away. Lasco makes the save, and Sniper does get the corner. I thought he might have dribbled that off. They've got 30 minutes to hold on, Chimera, but nobody's given them the script yet. They are on the attack, and they are hungry for blood.
Abel, do you know if it ends a draw, do we go into extra time?
Why you always ask me this, and you know
I
don't know. Here we go, near post. Oh, we almost didn't need corners. We almost didn't need corners. We did need corners. We almost didn't need penalties. Wow.
Oh, mate. Chimera obviously went one goal down and thought, what, should we just play? Should we just turn up?
Yeah.
Try and play some football. But
True Football, yeah, looking to bounce back from that under a bit of pressure. They do go long, and I think this is where they're going to struggle now, Chimera, being a goal down, is if they do want to play those long balls, they're going to struggle to get change out of it, being a man down. Here is Paddy on the left-hand side, but Garaffa there again, doing the business in his 1v1s, and Sniper heads it down. Here is Punto on the overlap, 3v3, edge of the box, man open. Oh, he's fluffed his line, but Dan gets the shot away. It's parried into the back post. Here is the Sniper. It's a goal.
That is a
1-0 to the 10 men of Chimera. What a turnaround this is, and Domino, this game is hotting up.
Hey, they go a goal down, and all of a sudden they just start catching fire, because that's what happened there. Something lit under them. Instead of a resilient defending performance when you go one goal down, they just turn into attacking masterclass. Long ball headed down, great save. That ball came out, the near side of the goal was on. Keeper scrambled to get there, chip over the top, absolutely killed the keeper's positioning. What a ball, what a header.
Here we go.
And they're out here once more.
Keeper's stayed,
yeah.
First time shot, Let's Go is equal to it. Parries it again. But True Football are there to mop it up once more. All but once. They haven't mopped it up, and they paid the price. Sniper on the back post. With one of the easiest goals he'll score this season, but fantastic positioning. Especially when you consider that his team are down to 10 men. But Domino, they do often say the best form of attack, the best form of defense is attack.
And they're proving it.
Here we go.
Oh, what a bully rolled him as well.
Chimera got a lot of players forward right now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's all for true football to do, but if I'm honest with you, 8-Ball, since they've gone a goal down, it has all been Chimera.
Yeah, was it Chimera who actually got the man sent off? Because at the moment...
Yes.
Here we go, straight through the middle. It's on again. Is the keeper going to stay? He doesn't know. Here we go. It's the goal scorer, Sniper. Oh. He'll be upset with that one, Domino. I know for a fact he'll be upset with that one. He's already got one this evening. He could have doubled it and maybe put his team through into the next round.
Hesitation kills the cat.
Oh, yeah.
That is the prime example of that. You saw him twitching. Is he coming? Is he not?
Both the striker and the goalkeeper, to be fair.
They just kind of stopped. Looked at each other. It's like a Spider-Man meme.
Yeah. Here are True Football. Smelling danger. Paddy on the left-hand side has had a lot of the ball. Ryusi dinks it in. He gets it back, though. Can't get anything from it. And here comes Mackie. Over the top. Gives him something to chase, and he is just shielded out by two of the biggest virtual men I've ever seen.
Yeah, I've seen him gone up top now. It's emergency striker time.
Here we
CDM's
go.
filling in. CDM's filling in, and we've got an emergency striker just prowling around. They need to get it wide. They need to get the emergency striker some service. That knockdown. Great tackle here.
True Black in again.
He's got to go wide, and he's got to try and run his man.
Here we go. Dinked in. Keeper's come all that way. Atix has done well. He's had a good game.
No hesitation there.
No hesitation. That's what you want. That is what you want. I mean, we asked the goalkeepers to lay off a little bit. Quite clearly, he's not listening. Goes long. Knockdown is there. Here's the goal scorer. Sniper into Mackie. More than happy to keep this ball. This is cup football, ladies and gentlemen. Everything to play for. They do work it through the third zone. What a ball that is. Here we go. For his brace. He has finished this game. He has got his brace. Sniper, take a bow, my son. One touch. Cannons it into the back of the net. The 10 men of Chimera are marching through to the next round, Domino.
Mate. I mean... what could True Football do? They had to go play reckless. They had to put people up front, and they are going to leave space. The finish was unbelievable.
It just doesn't make sense. How this game has gone, big tackle. How this game has gone makes absolutely no sense, and I am absolutely here for it, Domino. 2-0 to the 10 men of Chimera. True Football, I don't think they really understand what's just gone down in those last 20 virtual minutes. Their opposition went down to 10 men. We thought it would be smooth sailing. Quite clearly, they thought it would be smooth sailing. Boy, were we wrong. Not for the first time. Not for the last time either.
I have never seen, even virtually or professionally, where a team goes down to 10 men. Your mindset obviously changes 8-Ball. It's 0-0. You're going to probably take it to extra time penalties. And you talk to your boys and you go, look, let's be resilient at the back here, fill in the gaps, make sure we don't give the team anything. It was a different team talk, Cable. The team talk was like, right, okay, we have got a limited time to win this game. Let's throw at it. Because since I do think True Football were the better ball-playing team throughout most of the game until the red card. And after the red card, Chimera dominated. Genuinely dominated.
I'm minded to agree with you for one of the first times in my life. It just doesn't make any sense, and that is what we're here for, ladies and gentlemen. Expect the unexpected when it comes to pro clubs, and there is, you know, not only were they down to 10 men, Domino, you know, we spoke about at the intro to that game, they are technically in the league beneath them as well. So underdogs and 10 men, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. That's why we love pro clubs.
Mate, what would be the odds be, 8-Ball? The odds on that when they went 10-0, 10-0. They went to 10 men, and then they're the lower league playing team.
Well, to be fair, I did give you the odds for Pink Ballerina, but I can't just magic odds up. And to be fair, you shouldn't bet if you're watching this. Definitely don't get into all that, Mark. Just to be fair, that's probably the next thing, Domino, is bet on pro clubs. You can bet on everything else. Don't do it. Save your money. Become a member of the channel instead. How about that? Right. Game number 3, I can see that CAPRICAROLESQUE are still in their match day 2. So we do have a little bit of time to go through the teams, which is what we shall do. So let me move my beautiful face out of the way. We can see those strike force for Galatasaray. Domino. Galatasaray haven't played since season 9.
I was thinking, 8-Ball,
We haven't seen them. No, we haven't seen them for a little while. So, you know, I'm sure, again, the chat that I can't see will correct me if I am wrong. They're a team that's come back into the fold, having taken some time off for whatever reason, I don't know. And they've gone out and they've kind of started to cherry pick some of these players. So, again, the key one for me is Sarav in left midfield, a fantastic player. And I think one of the players not playing tonight, by the way, is Matzo, who I was really looking forward to seeing. World Cup winner, World Cup man of the match as well last season. So a big miss for Galatasaray. Was really looking forward to seeing him. But they're the types of players, Domino, that they're able to go and cherry pick because they are such a big name. So it's a bit like the likes of Flair last season, who we know fine well went out and just picked exactly who they wanted to do. Teams like that are dangerous, but also I think teams like that are guilty of underperforming in this league, and I'm still trying to put my finger on why that might be.
Do you think they underperform because we give them this much hype?
Yes, it's all our fault.
I think it's hard, 8-Ball. Like, the teams that I think operate the highest is you've got obviously your star players that you allow to let shine. Not everyone a team can be to get the spotlight. Yeah. You need your CDMs. You need the Rodri type of players. He gets the praise now because of what he's done. But if you look at him again in his Atletico Madrid days, like, the stuff that he does is the most simplest things to do. Doesn't lose the ball, side to side play, does pop up with the important goal, but he never wants to be a hero. He never wants to play those ridiculous balls over the top, the De Bruyne passes there. You need players around that allow your stars to shine, and trust me, the stars in the team will appreciate those players more than anyone else. I think when you get a whole bunch of big names and not play together, each one of them want to top each other. I'm not saying that's what's happening with Galatasaray, but it has happened, in my opinion, over the past with some of these super teams.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, when I was doing the homework for this game, I thought, you know what, I haven't seen Galatasaray for a while. Go and see when the last time they actually competed in the VPG Esports Premier. It was the same season since the last time we saw Capri as well. So both of these teams haven't been around since season 9. But for some reason, it feels like Capri have been around. So, you know, they finished that season 9, finishing in 4th, and they were like 15 points off the top. So they really did go out on a high, whereas Galatasaray, when they finished that in season 9, they were in 17th place. So they did kind of, they kind of almost had different kind of exit levels. And since Galatasaray came back, you know, I messaged Matzo on the very first day of the season and said, you know, we're going to try and get you on the channel. It'll be good to see you boys. Last night, they lost 7-1 to finalization. So, again, it's one of those things where...
Capri, sorry.
No, Galatasaray.
Galatasaray, yeah.
So it's one of those things where, you know, it's an honor to play in this Esports Premier, but also at the same time, it is absolutely full of killers. And, you know, we said about the UK Premier. This is like the UK Premier on speed. Like, this is the real thing. You know, I would say that this league goes down all the way to, we're talking like 18th, 20th position. There are no easy games in this league, mate.
No.
And
8-Ball, for anyone that's knocking around in this league, it is a privilege to be part and playing in the league. No matter if you're the worst team in this league is one of the best teams playing pro clubs, and it's an honor to be invited or to actually keep your status off the league. So any games that we see are all going to be high quality. It's all going to be class, and there's just the teams that take it over the other teams. And look, Galatasaray on any other given night could have turned that score around on finalization, and it could have been the other result. Every night's going to be a different night, 8-Ball.
Yeah, and to be honest, we'll put the league table up now. We'll come back to those teams You can see there Galatasaray are propping up the table. 2 losses last night, and obviously that heavy loss against finalization. However, they did play Class, who are top of the league, and Fama as well. So a difficult start for those guys.
Hard start.
They can turn it around tonight with a win at Capri, because that's going to make the rest of the league kind of take note. You know, they're going to be looking at. I think that was the shock result of last night, was that Galatasaray defeat. A win here tonight against Capri, I think, will be a bit of a statement from them. So that's kind of the team talk that they do need. However, we can move on to Capri now as well. Let's get these teams up again. This team is so ridiculous because it's full of ballers, absolute ballers, but also at the same time there's some quality players who aren't even in that 11 as well that are on their books. So I think Capri, again, we always say they'll be in the top 8 easily. They'll be in the top 8. I'm looking at them this season and thinking, can they push on? Can we then start to say, actually, Capri are going to be a team that will challenge for the title? Because I think historically they get there or thereabouts, but I would hold off at the moment putting them in that category of, you know, your Fenerbahces or your Famalacials.
Yeah.
Just yet. But there's no team more on the periphery than this Capri side, and I am looking at their results this season to see if they can do it. And they started last night with a 4-0 win over Apoel, so a great start for them.
Great game.
And then 0-0 against Thunder. So they obviously caught the 0-0 bug that everyone had last night. But for those of you, they weren't on the channel, they still drew. What kind of craziness is this? But yeah, 0-0 against Thunder, Domino. Having watched Thunder last Wednesday, in the European showcase for that LAN in Sheffield.
Yeah.
Do you remember there's 2 LANs? Thunder got all the way to the final, were absolutely fantastic all night. So again, I think they're another team who, when we first started this channel, Domino, Thunder this is.
Yeah, of course. I was. We were commenting on the first games. Yeah.
They were up there as one of the best, and then, no disrespect, slight drop off there, and I genuinely think they're back, and it just goes to show that this league is just full of killers. It really truly is. It kind of strengthens that standpoint that we have. So for Capri to pick up 4 points when they're opening 2 games, I think again is a good message from them as well.
Yeah, and we always say that the league's not won in the first weeks of the season. They are. It's always a marathon and not a sprint. However, you can see the teams that build up momentum, and I think in this, when you've got 11 plus individual people controlling individual players, when you've got the momentum on your side, it is a force. People look at you, you feel confident, you go into every game thinking you're going to win it, your mindset's right. Like Galatasaray coming off 2 bad defeats, but look who they've played. They know they're in the bounce, but it is all about the confidence on the night. And I think Capri here, on paper, is probably similar, but on confidence, I reckon they think they're going to do this.
Plus, they're a team now who, I know they've not played as Capri for the last 2-3 seasons, but they are a team who we see play together quite a lot, either under other A-lesses or for cash cups or whatever it may be. So they are a team who are very familiar with one another, and I do think, again, when we were talking about these teams kind of making super teams and cherry picking the best talent around there and often underperforming, we always go back to, you know, look at FG last season, champions there. They've had the same core for God knows how long. Fenerbahce before that had the same core for so long. Poise, Fama had the same. Do you know what? There's just that. Yes, you can go and put a bunch of random people together, and this is why I think people who come across from playing foot, for example, that's why these teams aren't just full of foot players, because you know, you could be one of the best 1v1 players in the world, and don't get me wrong, I would say a handful of them could actually come in and play really, really high level clubs. That is absolutely not what I'm saying. It's trying to find 11 of them that can all do it together, Domino, which is
and that's what I said before, 8 Ball, is the exact same point I made, where you've got super subs. If you get the top 11 foot players to go play in a team together, each one of them will try and outshine the others. Like, look at this long ball that I can do. I'm going to play the killer pass. Where you do need your workhorses around your stars. You need to allow your stars to shine brightest while you do the backup singing behind them. And it's very hard to get that balance. It is very, very hard to get that balance.
Is that kind of like me and you, Domino?
That's exactly like me and you. You have to do all the hard work, the play-by-play commentating, and then you shine the spotlight at me because I am the opinion piece with the best opinions. That's exactly like me and you.
I was definitely calling you my backup dancer, but whatever gets you out of bed in the morning, okay? Right, yeah, family squabbles aside, housekeeping, Galatasaray in the famous Galatasaray kit from left to right, kicking us off, playing against the Frenchman CAPRICAROLESQUE in the white, all white, from right to left. Zaire switching it with his striker Warren. Here we go. Back sticks, heads it down, cleared off the line. Early chance for Capri, and that is not going to do Galatasaray's confidence any good after yesterday.
But we need to break the Esports Prem duck.
To be fair, yeah, Galatasaray, there's bigger fish to fry here. There's bigger fish. We'll take the goal regardless of which way it goes in.
Here we go.
There is a man at the back post again, however.
Ooh,
Tico says, I am having this.
I like it. Here we go.
Definitely going to be a shot at goal. There were men at the back post. He might be having a little look at it, or he might be bending into the far corner.
He's hit it.
Ooh, wow. That went like an absolute rocket. Do you know what, Domino? I'm not, I don't play in goal. I would be absolutely terrified playing in goal and seeing a ball get whipped at me that quick. Virtual or not.
I would stick to that side that he was on, and if it went over me, I was like, the wall needs to do its job. I would blame the wall, mate. That's what I'm doing.
Once again, a reminder of why we don't play Esports Premier.
Those that can't do commentate.
Tico actually playing at fullback tonight, Domino. Usually a striker, one of the most deadliest strikers we've seen in the Esports Premier. So really interesting selection there. Mert wins it high up, tries to slide it through. Mookie is there. Sarav as well is cut inside. There were rumours of him playing up front this season. Starts on the wide left-hand side of midfield. Here is PRS. Cuts back to Warren. Gets it back. Good football from Capri. PRS wins it again. Stabs it in. And again, it's Karges who had that goal line clearance. Heads it away to safety, but it comes straight back. Capri really turning the screws here, putting them under absolute acres of pressure. And just like that, the ball almost slides through. And that would have been very pro-clubsy, Domino, if they'd slid that one through there after all of that possession and pressure from Capri.
Yeah, 8 Ball. I think it's still a very much 50-50 battle. I think Capri's had the better spell of this opening 15 minutes here, but Galatasaray, they look comfortable defending 8 Ball.
Here we go.
I mean,
Yara stabbed into the back post.
I say that now. Oh, and it's tame. It was tame. I think corner 8 Ball.
Yeah, corner two, Capri. It's going to be Tico again. Really handy to have at fullback, someone who also takes free kicks as well. Swings that in swinger as well. Semi gets rid of it, headed on. Mert, good turn from him, finds his striker's feet. It is Sarah, perhaps he is playing up front today. Chan loses out though. Zaire and co win it back. Capri happy to build from the back with Raid. Here is Jude. Gives it to PRS. Men running on that right-hand side. Instead, gives it to Warren Beast. Chan playing with fire there. Didn't need to do the professional foul, but it looked like one, I can't lie. Right. Starts us off with that throw-in on the right-hand side. MX under a bit of pressure here. Wow. Tries to go for the switch, which has been a bit nerfed this game, I think, Domino.
I'm happy with it, Abel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Galatasaray can't do anything with it, but nice to know we can't just keep switching the ball 50-60 yards. Mert. Mookie steps in and says, have it. 25 minutes gone. 0-0. Esports Premier, we are begging you for a goal. We almost had one in the first 5 minutes, of course. Cleared off the line by Galatasaray. Coming off the back of that 7-1 though, Domino, yesterday, I think Galatasaray will be more than happy. I say that as Alves gets the ball, turns on a sixpence, does his man for pace, takes the early shot. What a finish that is. What a big strike from a big player. Alves breaks the deadlock of the game, but also breaks the curse. The Esports Premier on the VPG YouTube channel. Thank you very much, Capri. Thank you very much, Alves. And they are not finished yet.
Put that man on a coin.
Wow. What a finish, Domino.
Oh, mate, he had options. And to be fair, great strikers use players as decoys, and he'd done that. Use the striker to run off the man, open up the space. You know what keepers, you know what standards there are like here, 8Ball. To beat a keeper from that distance needs an absolute impeccable strike, and that's what it was. It was a finish worth the wait on this channel, 8Ball, and it puts Capri in front and nothing less than they deserve.
Yeah, Capri a goal to the good. Looking good value for this lead so far, but it's pro clubs, ladies and gentlemen. Weak corner, Mookie clears, PRS heads it down. Good football from Capri, who, like I said, have been good value for this lead. Alves chooses not to release that, goes long to no avail. Set goes long, and Sarah's going to get some change, but MX gets back, wins it back, tries that switch again. This time's a little bit better than time before. Mookie down the line to Tico. Alves, the goal scorer, tries to cut inside. Kargs is there, given away to Jude. PRS into Zills. Flames steps in, wins that, and Galatasaray happy to put their foot on the ball. I mean, they had a chance for a breather there, Domino. They didn't take it, and now they're just under the cosh again, under this Capri cosh.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the 50-50s are falling better for Capri than they are for Galatasaray. And that's from, it's not from a wanting it more, they're just very dominant in positions. They're covering every blade of grass at the minute, and they're not giving Galatasaray a chance to breathe.
No, Capri look up for this as well. You know, they had a good start last night. They look like they're going to carry on this rich vein of form. However, Sarav, that's a man they'll want to keep quiet tonight. Flames takes it on that left-hand side. Tries to go around the outside, but Capri have got men back looking after that left-hand side. And here they go on the counter-attack. Warren Beast into the goal scorer. Alves drops the shoulder. Turn of pace. Kargs does fantastically well. Really, really good defending. We don't want to see it on the channel. We want goals, but hats off to that man there.
And if you want to know how to effectively use the L1 speed boost, that is how you do it.
Yeah, Alves putting on a showcase for us. 2 night finishing and speed boosts. PRS takes it down under his spell. Finds Alves. What's he got in his locker? The drag back gives it to his strike partner. Semi and Co are there, but Warren Beast wins it back. Kargs tidies up, just about get away with it, and I was going to say that's half time. It's everything but half time. Gala are going to go long, and
oh my, they are open.
Wow, that was very, very close, Domino. Very, very close. Yeah, to be honest, I think that last maybe 5-10 seconds there where it just something's not clicking for Gala. You know, taking that free kick there, not getting into half time, taking it quick. It's just, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe a bit of game management. You know, like we said on comms, they've been under the cosh. They had the chance to put their foot on the ball. I appreciate they're a goal down, but you know, it's been a bit one way considering it's only 1-0. I think Galatasaray will be happy with the scoreline, but not so happy with the performance.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. But it does look. We know the ball is here at Galatasaray. We know they've got the weapons here. It just looks like a bit of low confidence, if anything, 8-Ball. Where Capri, when they're running through, you've got Alves here absolutely cooking, playing with the highest amount of confidence. It just needs something for Galatasaray, someone to take their game at the scruff of the neck and do something brilliant to urge their team on.
Yeah. Galatasaray got the players within their ranks to do so. However, here we go. Here's Arkbas. The overlapping run on this left-hand side. Here comes Mert breaking into the box. Oh, he telegraphed it a bit. He telegraphed it a bit. Alves absolutely shielded out of it there, doing a number on him since that goal. But the white shirts of Capri win it back. Here we go. Fine striker's feet again. Arkbas, who almost got an assist to his name there, setting up Mert with that through ball.
That's what they missed there, 8-ball. That 50-50s that they were losing the first half, that's what they're missing. If they can start winning a couple of them, start motivating their team and getting pressure that way, I reckon that they can start building an attack. But that's better from them. That is better. High press, a lot more energy, I can see here. Yeah,
I agree. Mookie down the line. Tico's not going to be able to keep that in. Hunched over, you can tell what he thought of that pass. Galatasaray working it down this right-hand side now. Back-to-back throw-ins. Baby X takes it down. Here we go. They're going to play on the deck. Tico manages to keep it in as well. Dodges the slide tackle, and here we go. 3-on-3. Warren Beast, man over on the right-hand side. Finds him. It's Rise. Does the... Oh, he did the roulette. He couldn't get the shot off. He had space, Domino. That's all I'm going to say. He had space.
But... Again, prime example what I was saying. Do you know when you're playing with that high confidence?
Yeah.
That stuff is like your bread and butter, isn't it? That stuff is what you're doing. You're confident enough to play that in.
And you know what? For as good as Capri have looked... Ouch. For as good as Capri have looked going forward...
Not a good animation. That is not a good animation. I still think it's going to be yellow. Yeah, just the yellow.
For as good as Capri have looked going forward, defensively they've been fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, Gala at times have chucked balls into the box like they did there, and it's just been repelled, cross after cross after cross. You know, through ball, even the short passing. Capri have just been there every single time. Mookie really leading that back line well. And they're good value for the 1-0 lead. But also, I think if you can keep a clean sheet in this league as well, a lot needs to be said about that too.
Yeah, and the thing that I can say Capri the most defensively is they've looked comfortable, even when Galatasaray come onto them, even when a person's breaking the box, positioning looks tight, no one's really making many mistakes or making any rash decisions. Again, right here, they're just comfortable. Very, very comfortable.
Yeah, I was going to say, Exhibit A, bang on cue. This Capri side are happy to play out from the back. A few of these cross-field balls, though, I'm not sure the manager will be too happy with some of the outcomes of those, especially when they've got the players who can play through the thirds. Maybe guilty of forcing it a little bit. However, Galatasaray have been unable to do anything about it so far. And here is Warren the Beast on this right-hand side. Acres of space. Riot cuts inside, goes to near post. Bilal makes the save. A bit routine, but still got to be there to make that save near post. He'll be happy with it. Again, didn't carry out to an opposition.
Yeah, that's clever, 8-ball. It is clever. You need to go near post on there because your far post is covered by bodies, and keeper made the right decision. Like I said, comfortable but needs to be saved.
Setting up to the near post. Instead, they go to the back post. MX with the header has gone way off target. It looked like they might have been cooking something at the near post, gone to the back post, Domino. Is that a tactic you think they would have worked on?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. That was clearly measured to where they were going. Unfortunately, the execution wasn't right, but they're the players in the right position. I think this second half, 8-ball, is a lot more even.
Yeah, I agree.
Galatasaray have started playing some really good football, but I think it's starting to sink back towards Capri. I think they're starting to get a little bit of a hold on it with those chances.
Yeah, especially this right-hand side as well with Rise. Here we go, stabbed over the top, and that was not who that was intended for. They do win it back, though. Although Baby X trying to feed his strikers. They've been a bit starved this game, have Galatasaray's front men. Looking to change that. They're still really in this game, Don. It's still only 1-0 as Alves leaves his man for dead, gets to the byline, cuts back. Still got it, though. Bit of a magician, this man, Alves. Here is Jude inside to Jay Lings. And again, on this right-hand side, swings it in. Time to take it down. Tico decides to head it down first time. No one on the same wavelength. Galatasaray live to fight another day. Still 1-0, Domino. If they can sneak a point here, I genuinely think they'll be happy with it. Alves doing everything he can, though, to make sure that does not happen. Loses man again for the umpteenth time. Finds the left back, Tico. They can't get rid of it. Man goes down. Several men go down. And it's given the opposite direction. I mean, the scoreboard was 2-1, Domino. 2 Capri players went down. 1 Galatasaray man went down. It didn't matter. Again, Galatasaray just holding on. And if I was Capri right now, I'd be a little bit worried. Things seem to be going in their favour. But here comes Alves, one-on-one. Squares it like it's a game of rush. Finishes it like it's a game of rush. CAPRICAROLESQUE, 2-0, doubling the lead. Alves, a goal and an assist. Tico the Beast puts it away. Warren the Beast, apologies, puts it away. 2-0. I think that might be all she wrote for this Galatasaray side, Domino.
Yeah, 8-ball. I just think it hasn't clicked here for Galatasaray, and they've caught Capri when Capri arguably are playing the best football we've seen. Because they are not only defensively sound, their attack is quick, and they're very, very creative as well, 8-ball, and they had impact. At the minute, it's hard to put a dent in the performance.
Yeah. I think across the board, Capri, no one's put a foot wrong. I think maybe the crossfield balls are out of defense have maybe been some of their weakest, but other than that, they have been phenomenal. Mookie there again, and up front with Warren and with Alves, they've got a very, very deadly front two. I think if they can continue to play like this as the season goes along, I mean, here's Alves again doing the business. They can continue to play like this, solid at the back, dangerous going forward, Domino. They are going to be up there at the end. Warren takes it down.
Oh my, deserved goal, 8-ball.
It did. Silky football playing through the thirds once again, and it's the luxury of being 2-0 up, Domino. They're playing with no fear right now. Against a Galatasaray side who, quite frankly, are doing the complete opposite. It's been a difficult start for them on paper. I mean, some of the teams have had to play so far. That's what I would be saying, Domino, if I was Gaffer. For 70, 80 minutes, they managed to match this Capri side, but at the end of the day, Capri just had too much for them. And you know what? A 2-0 is a fair scoreline. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, 8-ball, I think it is a fair scoreline. Look, we're in the last bit of play here. Lovely little flick up. And just bread and butter for the keeper. But yeah, Capri, cap off to you guys, because that was an impressive showcase of how to play this game mode. Defensively, offensively, transitioning, finishing, creativity. Mate, you name it, they had it in that game.
Right. I do get a little bit depressed when we get to this stage of the evening, Domino. The fourth and last game of the night. However, when I'm reminded that it is my boys, it is Digital Esports. For those of you who don't know, I have absolutely no affiliation with Digital whatsoever.
No, they don't even know who he is.
They don't even know I exist. And it's become a bit of a running joke for everyone apart from me. But that's who we've got. That's who we've got last on the bill. It is the Englishmen of class playing the Germans of Digital. And in classical Digital fashion, Domino, they won one and lost one last night.
Of course, were they leading the game that they lost?
Probably,
as well?
probably. It's what they do. Again, that's another running joke. Class, we saw earlier on, top of the league.
Yeah.
Let's get some teams up.
I wonder how they got on tonight. Would this be their last game of the evening as well? So
this is their last game of the this is their last game. So chances are they played a UK game, a cup game, and then an Esports Premier game. So a real mixed basket of games tonight, and that is what you get in the VPG, guys. If you're not familiar with how they roll, get familiar.
They wouldn't have played a VPG. They would have played a VPG game before this, wouldn't they?
I mean, it's all VPG, Domino, but yeah, they played an
Esports Prem. Sorry, yeah, they would have played an Esports game. Yeah, so it'd be nice to know if anyone in the comments know how they got on in their last game. That'd be handy to see what form they're taking into that, and Digital as well, if you've got those information handy.
I'm surprised I didn't get a notification from my Digital Esports app.
Or your organised fan page. Either one, 8-ball. I don't know where it would come from.
Right, so the fourth and final game for tonight. Let's move my face out of the way. Digital Esports at home. Do take that into consideration. It is the Germans against the English tonight for this fourth and final game. Digital Esports have managed to keep 90% of their team from last season, which is kind of what we asked. D the G stepping up into striker tonight to partner Makesville, vacating that cam spot, which is filled by Rage. Pop me back on. Then you've got the usual Casuals, who's a fantastic CDM. Him and Albo literally always finish in that top 5 CDMs in the league. 2 phenomenal CDMs, and I do think it's one of the things that Digital are really, really good at, is at that organization and that breaking down teams in that center midfield area.
Yeah.
So the likes of Gianluca, Josh, and even Class Doyle dropping in have just got to be wary of Albo and Casuals, because they're going to make their life very, very difficult. Moving on to the back line, 3 centre backs, very familiar on this channel. Zambi, Jeff, and Fab, all phenomenal centre backs. If you're looking for steady, colossal, no nonsense defenders, there's 3 of them right here. They're honestly just very, very good defenders. And then the big man build, Cruz, one of the fan favourites, a fantastic goalkeeper, usually playing in some kind of lanky build. Flip side, we've got Class, 2 from 2 last night. Galatasaray, they beat them 1-0. And also beat PMI Esports. So again, a tricky start for Class. Again, it's another team that hadn't been around since season 9 officially. So if I'm totally honest, we don't know what they've been up to all that much. It's difficult to kind of keep tabs on teams that aren't sticking in the league. But some of the usual for this Class side, this English side. So we've got Harwood at the back, Zinni in goal, Class Doyle up front is the danger man and skipper for tonight. And again, Gianluca Telli in that cam role. One who shall be watched. Right, Domino. I mean, I'm going to put it out there. Who is your money on tonight?
Hey, well, I've got a question for you first.
Ooh.
And it's the only question that the chat wants to know and the people at home want to know, is which digital player do you have at the back of your shirt?
I do like... All right, how long have we got? Can we delay kickoff? I really want some time to think about this, actually. I don't want to... I am a Makesville fan, but I feel like D the G is like, he epitomizes digital. You know, he's the digital man. But any of the aforementioned, you know, those 2 CDMs, the 3 centre backs, all quality. And we haven't got started on those wide midfielders yet, Domino. How long have we got?
I love it. I love it.
And to be honest, it's good to watch Class, because they're a team that, you know, you and I, Domino, have not seen a lot of. We're like 2 ships in the night, Class and us. We're just, the planets have never really aligned, so we've not really got to watch them much, if at all. So seeing them against a team we know very, very well, it's going to give us a really, really good pedigree of what this Class side can do.
Yeah, 8-ball, and like you said, you reeled off the names that they beat yesterday, and you can't get lucky against both those teams, 8-ball. Like, no. I tell you, they are hard-fought wins, and I'm really excited to see how Class play, because we know Digital for me, and 8-ball's going to disagree with me, are possibly the gatekeepers of the esports prem. If you come up against Digital and you can get a result and beat them, you know you're in and around the big boys. Like you've made it when you can beat and take teams like Digital Scout. This is a good test for Class.
I set Digital a challenge last year. It was to keep the same core, you know, the same 7, 8, 9, 10 players. Go and find yourself an out-and-out striker, 30, 40 goal a season man.
You did say that. I was there. And
come back and finish in that top 5, 4, 3. I would like to see them push on. However, again, you know, we mentioned it yesterday. There's a lot of good teams in this league. A lot of returning giants, you know, what we're saying here. A lot of teams that have not been around since season 9 and now they're back. I want to see if they've managed to kick on, and again, as much as I'm watching the Capri results, I'm watching the digital results as well. So it is digital left to right in that black kit. I think it's a Benfica kit. And they are playing Class from England in the Malaga kit from right to left. And here is Bassino. Gianluca Telli takes it down, goes long. Zambi picks it up. Casuals. Good start from digital. Albo into D the G, playing up front tonight. Rage, his replacement. In Cam swaps it over. Here we go. Posting in. We were just saying he's filling the void that Mr. Digital D the G has left in that cam position. He picks it up, and look at that for a camera angle. Make no mistake, the roulette outside of the boot, posting in 1-0. Class. I mean, what can they do about that, Domino?
And nothing, 8-ball. I mean, that was just a good spell of possession for them. Oh, and look at here, coming here. The same trickery, 8-ball. I think the fake shot was he didn't have enough time to pull that off there. But they couldn't do anything about that goal, 8-ball. They physically couldn't. It was too good play. They got caught cold, and we're 7 virtual minutes in, and they really haven't touched the ball. Digital just starting like a hot knife at the minute.
I mean, they tries to play it through, does Makesville, cut out by Stewart. And yeah, it's a bit like the Galatasaray game. I think after conceding the goal like that, it's the Esports Premier. Sometimes you just have to say, well done, like fair play. There's not much we can do about that. Get the ball down, play yourself back into the game. And immediately Class almost went and scored. So again, what do I know? But if they can get a chance, put their foot on the ball, get that confidence level back up. Digital are a difficult team to play through. Yeah. Sometimes it's easier to go direct like this and just try and get some change out of them, because they are a very well organized side. 2 very defensive centre midfielders as well. It's a bank of 5 to try and play through. Sometimes it's just easier just go straight for the jugular, and if Class can do that, I think they will get some change out of this digital side. And if they've ever watched any of the streams, digital usually go a goal up. I won't tell you what happens after that. There's usually some tears. Casuals. Only from 8-ball. Good punch out from the keeper. Albo will pick it up though. Looking for feet. Gianluca Telli back there doing the defensive duties, and I think that's probably telling about how Class have had to start this game. Don't forget they are away from home as well, so any ping issues, we can see we can see in the top right corner there, 17 ping. Here is Class Doyle, their talisman, wins it back. Big save from Cruz. Pushed back into the danger area though. He's got a strong wrist too. I think he'd prefer that. Because with those ones, sometimes you can parry them into your own goal, but he has kept a nice strong wrist there, and his defense done the rest. But warning signs for digital. It's not all smooth sailing. Arguably, Cruz now having more to do than his opposite number in the Class goal.
Digital just seem to pick up really good, exactly like that positions, really good positions. They're almost baiting the pass to cut it out. They're really selling the Class players at the minute. Class just need to be a bit more mechanical on the ball, and if I'm honest, just slow it down a little bit.
D the G into Rage, the goal scorer. Casuals waiting for support on that right hand side. Instead, cuts back in. Alba over the top, flirting with the offside. The flirt was successful. Still alive. Here's Dresch, back post. Knocked down, but Shivs does well. Benny tidies up just about. Harwood goes long. 28 minutes gone. Digital 1-0 up. Bassino. Rage, the goal scorer. Bassino running off him, but almost running into him. Makesville. Shivs does well again. Stewart there again. Industrial performance from those two. And they need it as well, because Digital, like Domino said, have started really, really well, and they're not letting up anytime soon here.
Yeah, 8-ball. I think it's just a little bit harder for Class just to get a possession on the ball at the minute. Every pass has been met forward with a lot of aggression.
Maiden
a good ball
swings
inside,
in, head is down.
Touched it.
Oh
Big
my
save
god,
again,
what a save!
Another fantastic
Point
save.
blank range. Wow, Cruz, the big man build.
And arguably with the goal that Digital scored, the best 2 chances have come to Class.
Yeah, absolutely. Point blank range.
He's definitely
here we go. Man in the middle. Can he square it? D the G. It's locked onto the wrong player. Shivs does really well to get back. And they live to fight another day. I mean, Class have done pretty much everything to get themselves back into this game other than score. And that's been very VPG Esports Premier during Season 12 at the moment. The goalkeepers, the centre-backs have been on top.
Yeah, 8-0 there. This is a lot better from Class here.
Yeah.
I mean, they have gone long again, but just slowing the game down, getting a bit of possession, and Digital know that Class can hurt them. They've done it twice before. Unbelievable play from the keeper. But yeah, Class is starting to get a foothold in this game, which is looking dangerous for Digital.
Albo sweeps up nicely, tries to go long. No, he's going to say he's not going to get any change, but he does. Makesfield with the power shot. Is that going to get dragged back? No, it's not. No caution either, so we play on with the corner to Digital.
I don't want a foul label. It didn't come up as a foul.
It was very late, so he's done well there. Near post flicked on. Benny does well. Is he going to get seconds? Django Lucatelli there. The Cam doing more defending than attacking. Not good as far as he's concerned. Here we go. D the G knocks it down.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Well played, that man. Goes long as well. He's seen the clock. Flicked on nicely. It will be a free kick, though. Can they get something cooking here? 1 minute to go.
That's a free kick, but the other one wasn't.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. We don't question it. Migan out to Stewart, who swings it in from a different angle. Back post is on. Class Doyle heads it down. Gets in the way of the clearance. Falls to Jan Lucatelli. Shivs with the roulette. It's anyone's guess where that one was going to end up. Instead, it ends up in row A, and that gives us a chance to have a breather, which we need. I think in terms of end-to-end action in the Esports Premier, for sure, this has been the hottest game so far.
8-ball. What's happened is Digital were playing that nice, clean, comfortable football. Now, I don't know much about Class, so I didn't know what their game style was. I don't know how they played, so it was really exciting to watch. They're a brute force team. They do things by running into their heavy metal, like a crash team. They've dragged Digital into their game, which Digital wouldn't want to play. Digital will popping the ball around, nice and easy, soft passing, making sure people are in space, the fancy stuff, how the game should be played. Class have dragged them into a proper dogfight here, something where Digital doesn't want to be. And I do think if it carries on going, Class are going to get some change out of this.
Let's see if Domino's prediction is correct for the second half, the final 45 minutes of the night. If you are tuning in right now, thank you very much. And where have you been? If you've been here all night, thanks. I was going to say get a life. That's not very nice. Josh Chap. We're the ones calling it, mate. So if anyone needs to get a life, it's us. Bassinho down the line for Digital, right to left in the black. The Germans slides it through, but Harwood tracking his runner well. Class in the Malaga kit, that blue and white kit from left to right. A goal down. What can they do with this second half?
He did not want that. He did not want that.
He didn't, but he did well. Makesville talking about doing well. The press paying dividends. And Class again, recycle from the back. Good football all around. Good 50-50 battle here. I like the start to this second game. First time ball from Alba. Wow. If that had come off, that would have been very, very classy. Instead, it will be a classy goal kick.
Yeah, I think for both teams, Digital need to start getting back to their one-touch, two-touch play, breaking down in the third with the nice, short, sharp passes. And yeah, Class need to just carry on doing what they've done at the end of that.
Apex does really, really well there, under pressure, cool, calm, and collected. Here is Mastor. Overlap is Migan on the right-hand side, swings it in with a bit of pace, a bit of bend as well. It was well kept in. It was begging for someone to get on the end of it. I mean, technically Shivs did, but in the famous words of Jojo, too little, too late. They will get a throw in high up here, Class. End-to-end stuff.
Ain't no one in this channel who Jojo is able. Stop that.
Let me know down in the comments. Header down, Rage, into striker's feet, Makesville. D the G and co making those runs off the ball. It was Bessinho, but the linesman had his flag offside for the wide midfielder. 30 minutes left. This game just starting to creep away from Class, who I think, given their good start to the league, will be disappointed if they don't come out with anything tonight.
Yep.
Migan heads it down, but Albo's there. Mastor steps in this time for...
He hits it.
Oh, for Class, and it was Josh who had that shot straight down the throat of Cruz, who has been the busier of the two goalkeepers, despite Digital perhaps having the best of the possession. Harwood goes long down that left-hand side. Zambi repels it. Shivs, who's having a good game, keeps it alive for Class. Josh and co keep the ball moving. Shivs drops his shoulder. Here we go. Swings it in early doors, but look how many black shirts are in there, Domino. That's what I'm saying about those 3 centre-backs and those 2 CDMs. Trying to break this Digital team down is very difficult. However, Class are giving it a good go, and here's Josh, edge of the box to his talisman, Doyle. Goes for a little wonder. Keeps the ball, though. Mastor gets it back. Here we go. That's what they're trying to do. Migan tries to get through. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what Jeff was doing now. I think it might have been called back, and it will be called back for the free kick, which goes short, then goes long. Clastor takes down. Here we go. Howard.
Oh my!
Cruz with his 3rd point-blank save. And to be honest, Domino, he's usually up there stats-wise, but he has proven today why he's up there just ability-wise, you know.
It's a 3-1 game, mate. Ball. 3 of the
fantastic take there as well from the corner, which I think is a bit underrated. Really digging his team out here. Digital will be very, very happy. One, that they signed that man again for another season.
Oh,
but
I love that. I love that.
50, proper 50-50. Yeah,
that's
he's
the old English class 50-50.
He's so important to this Digital side is Cruz, the man in the sticks. And here we go, Shiv, very important to this Class side. If anyone's going to get something cooking, it's likely to be him over on that left-hand side. Harwood, who did have that chance, taking a tiny bit of a chance there. Fortune favours the brave, though, and Class have got it with 15 minutes left. They do come back, so nothing comes from that turn by Harwood. Benny keeps it on, gives it to Stewart. Josh dropping deep. Working it well until they hit that Basilio German wall. Now Albo taking his sweet time. Rage into striker's feet. Makesville to Albo. Build in well. Our Digital is going to drop back to Albo. D the G finds some space. Finds his strike partner Makesville, but nothing comes of it. Class are forced to clear it long. I mean, Digital are in I was going to say, they're in no hurry to take this. They are in a hurry. They want a second goal. They want to put this game to bed. But to be honest, Domino, it looks more likely that Class are going to get an equaliser than Digital are going to double the lead. He says...
You say that?
I'm doing it on purpose, Domino, you see. Tempting fate. 10 minutes left. Digital with a corner. Interesting setup from these boys. Keeper comes out, tries to cause some ruckus. Near post, flicked on. Oh, Zambi leaped above 2 men, including the goalkeeper. And all they could do was watch it whistle over the bar. But if that had gone in, Domino, that might have been Night Irene.
Absolutely. If people don't know this, April's their set piece coach.
Did he stray offside? Yes, he did. D the G. He'll be upset with himself there. Mastor kicks us off again. 7 minutes left for Class to get something out of this game. And to be fair,
real ball, 8 ball.
To be fair, Dom, I think they're probably owed something out of this game. They've been worthy opponents for Digital. But as we always say, you don't always get what you deserve, and Digital will bite your hands off for 3 points in this really tricky league. It is the best league in the business.
Too casual there, 8 ball.
Oh, he don't. He thinks not, Domino. He thinks not. It's D the D. It's Mr. Digital himself running into that channel, buying himself some time, gives it to Rage. Men over now. Bessinho being one of them. 2 minutes left on the clock. Bessinho. Digital doing well just to keep this ball. Casuals. switches the play, bit of game management from Digital. This is how much it means to this side to pick up 3 points.
Yeah, 8-ball. If Digital want to play like this, they can play this. That they can kill this game off with their passing, because they are an unbelievable passing team.
And there's nothing more frustrating than watching this as a class player, but that is the nature of the beast. Competitive pro clubs, you're 1-0 down. Expect them to try and get these 3 points, and that's exactly what Digital are doing. Benny wins it back, but is there going to be any time? That is all she wrote. It is Digital Esports 1, Class 0. And to be fair, Domino, again, you know, Digital Esports are a team we've watched. They've gone straight off. Digital Esports are a team we've watched a lot of. And one of the things that I think they were lacking, I'm going to say last season, the last 7 or 8 seasons, is turning performances into victories. What they did in that game, we'll call it game management, okay? If you want to know what I really think, DM me. But that game management, that's what they've not been doing over the last few years. And often you'll find the teams at the very top, they're the best game management teams, individual players. They just get it. And I do think there's been a call from somewhere in that digital hierarchy that says, look, we're not going to be everyone's cup of tea if we do this. However, we got 3 points. We don't care. We'll march on. You know, shout at us when we're towards the top of the league. So I don't blame them for doing it. But if I'm in that class dressing room now, I'm going to feel hard done by now. I'll say that.
Yeah, 8-ball. We said it before the game, and you said it when we were dissecting Digital's performance last season. And you said, again, about the striker that needs 20 plus goals. Yep. I made a comment about Digital, and I was like, the one thing they need to develop in their game is resilience. Because a lot of the times they go a goal up, they get dragged into a footballing style they don't want to play, and they end up losing the goal, and then the pressure mounts on, and they'll end up losing the game. They needed to show some more resilience. No one showed more resilience than the keeper with 3 absolute world-class saves. Yeah. But that was a proper performance by Digital. A performance that goes on to getting you higher in the table. The games that you shouldn't arguably win, that you've come out with either 3 points or a point. There was nothing wrong that Class done there. They played well. I don't think it gelled too much for them up top. However, saying that, the 3 best shots in the game all fell to Class, and 3 unbelievable saves, 8-ball.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a different Digital side this season. If it's a Digital side that, you know, they do often start fast, but like you said, they get dragged into those deep waters. They get dragged into games that they don't want to play. And then the confidence goes, or they concede a goal and they just go further and further down. If this Digital side can just, I don't want to say game management, because they scored in the first 10 minutes. It's not game management, but it's just doing what you can to get yourself over the line. That's what I feel like this Digital side hasn't done enough of in the past. And, you know, you said on the intro, they're the gatekeepers for that top 8. I'll reluctantly agree with you, because it pains me to say it, but you know, that's why I set them that challenge last season to kick on and, you know, not necessarily just finish in the top 6 or top 4, but go out there and look like a top 6 or a top 4 side. And there were a lot of spells in that game where they did look like one of those top 6 teams. Class, again, like you said, probably created the best chances. So again, that's something to work on as well, just limiting those chances down. But that's why you've got one of the best goalkeepers in the business in between the sticks as well. So it's a collective performance for sure, because I can't think of a single player who had a bad game there. But what I will say is I still do think they missed out on getting a top class striker. I do think that's ultimately going to be the difference this season, and that is absolutely no shade on players like D to G and Makesville, because they are top quality players. There's no reason why they can't step up and be those players But as we said last night on the stream, you then need to treat those players like your Lucas. Give them the ball any chance you can, because a lot of that game, Makesville barely touched the ball. He's not getting the service because Digital are such an industrious team. They like to keep the ball. They like to play through the thirds. They get out wide. It's not necessarily a team that you're going to get 60, 70 touches as a striker playing up front for.
No.
So there's a bit of fine tuning, but you know, we're here saying Digital need to do this, this, and this. They've just picked up 3 points against a very good class side,
top of table team.
And again, like we said, if I'm sat in that class dressing room now, Domino, I'm confused first and foremost how they didn't get anything out of that, but I'm also chomping at the bit for Thursday night.
Yeah, it's going to sting them because I haven't seen. It's my first experience of class that I can remember. They didn't obviously cover themselves in glory. I think there was a bit in the play there, but you can see why they hang around here in the top league. They're efficient on the ball. Their passing was slick. I think their transitioning lacked a little bit in the game, but saying that, April, like for them getting nothing in the game and having the 3 best chances, and the only thing stopping them was 3 worldly saves, it's going to sting them a bit, knowing that they probably were the better team maybe on the night, or they should have got more out of the game. But yeah, it was a great performance by Class, and we definitely welcome back on the channel to see what they've got again.
Yeah, absolutely, and that goes for all 8 teams we had tonight. Thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. And those of you at home as well, if you're still here, thank you very much for tuning in, supporting the channel, supporting pro clubs first and foremost. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing. We are here every Monday, every Tuesday, and every Thursday, 8 o'clock till upside down ? Till we get kicked off effectively, bringing you 4 games every single night. So commiserations to those who lost tonight. Congratulations to the winners of tonight. It's been a topsy-turvy kind of night, Domino. We've seen some things. I'm genuinely looking forward to catching the highlights back. Hopefully they'll be out tomorrow. If not, they'll be out on Wednesday over socials. So again, as always, make sure you're supporting those, liking, retweeting those, and just trying to get clubs a little bit further up that ladder, get it some attention from EA, the attention it deserves. And
agreed,
you know, the sooner we do that, the better, and the better that this whole thing is going to look and feel. But until then, just keep sticking around with what we're doing, guys, because we're bringing you the best of the best
of the best.
Lovely stuff.
Right. Could have said it better myself. I love that. Yeah, look at that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I wasn't reading off a script or anything, I promise.
I thought you were, genuinely.
You know, I can't read.
Crimmy just said, all right, fellas, so big shout out to Crimmy.
Yeah, like I said, sorry, I don't have the chat. It logged me out as I docked it as we went live, so I'll get it back on for Thursday. So apologies if anyone's dropped any messages on the chat. I'm going to go back and read them now, so make sure they're not offensive. Any offensive ones, again, like I said, drop those into Domino's DMs. He deals with all of those, so I don't have to. Right, yeah, we're here on Thursday, boys and girls, so make sure you check in. Good luck to those on Thursday, everyone playing, and hopefully your games will be selected for us to watch. We're trying to get in, as you can probably tell, we're trying to get in as many games as physically possible over the course of this 7 weeks. My advice is, if you want to be on the channel, maybe just slide into Mr. Delos's DMs and then slide into my PayPal. That's probably the best way of doing it. Either one of those works, guys.
We can maybe get you a mention on the channel, maybe.
Yeah. Right, if that is everything, boys and girls, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure as always, and yeah, Domino and I will see you on Thursday.
See you later, team. Take care of yourselves.
Peace.